So Carnival has finally responded to, all the backlash in regards to not playing hip hop music on some of their cruises. And of course, a lot of black people were mad because they felt like that rule obviously was targeting them. So Carnival has come up with a few rules for people to adhere to. So let's hear real quick what those rules are.
Carnival came out and said, so you think the fan ban wasn't enough? Watch this. Let's run through the list in order. The teen curfew is a big one. Everyone under 18 has to be back in their rooms after 1 a.m. unless you're with your guardian or adult that's 21 plus. However, if you're 18 to 20, you can no longer travel alone anyway. You must be with someone 25 plus. So anyone under 21 now must have a 25 plus person with him as well. Now this pool chair rule needs a whole nother look. Let's bring up the screen. If during the day you feel like you want to reserve a chair, you can, but they're going to put a sticker on that says they stopped by, they haven't seen anyone here, and they're going to put a time on it. And if you don't get to it or check in, they're going to pull your stuff off those chairs. No more reserving sun loungers all day long on Carnival. There's two parts to this one. Let's talk about it. The first one, they're saying no more hip hop on a lot of cruises. Maybe they're trialing it, maybe they're testing it. It's just rumor, but no more hip hop. And the last part's the wobble dance. They're saying no more wobble dance because it's causing too many problems. Carnival came at you. Go see my last video to see where this whole...
So I'm looking at these rules and look at, I don't see a problem with them, right? And the reason why is because when you don't know how to act, this is what happens, right? People say, all right, we're going to take the nice things away from you because you don't know how to conduct yourself or behave yourself in an adult matter. And for them, like a lot of people are going to look at that and say, hey, maybe they're extreme, but now they're trying to change the experience there because maybe they had a lot of people that were complaining about the experience there, and they've probably listened and say, all right, we need to change this because right now where it's going, we don't like what's going on there. Okay, we understand there are a lot of people. This is an opportunity to get cheap, cruise tickets, and we want people to have fun. However, it gets to a point where people just do not know how to conduct themselves, so they say, all right, we have to change this, and they understand that there's a certain demographic. It's not that they hate black people; they just don't like a certain behavior, which is this ghetto behavior. So they know, all right, so let's try some things. Let's take away some of the hip hop music, rap music. Let's take the wobble dance. Let's not allow that. And let's be strict on a couple of things because we understand this type of these actions are hopefully going to deter certain behavior from coming onto their cruise ship. So, and it's funny too because some of the black people that I saw, there are a lot of black people that are okay with this, right? They don't want none of this ghetto behavior here coming to the cruise line. They're like, hey, it's good. Like if they're not going to come, then I can go and enjoy myself. However, of course, there are a lot of people, black people that are saying, you know what, we're going to boycott this. We're going to cancel our trips to Carnival. So let's hear some of these people.
So since Carnival Cruise doesn't want our money, where are we going next? What cruise line are we going? Royal Caribbean? What, Norwegian? What cruise ship is live enough that we can enjoy ourselves on? Because Carnival clearly does not want the black dollar. They're taking everything that's going to make the cruise enjoyable for us away.
It's not that they don't want the black dollar. They just don't want the ghetto dollar, right? They're perfectly fine with black people that know how to behave themselves, that know how to conduct themselves in a good way, and they don't mess up the experience for other guests on the boat. So that's all it is. They have no problem with the black dollar. They don't have a problem with anybody's dollar as long as it's the ghetto dollar, right? It's the people that don't know how to act when they're out in public. So that's pretty much what it is.
Okay, no hip hop. No line dancing. What did the wobble do to them? Like, why is the wobble causing so many problems on a cruise ship? Like, what y'all doing? Stepping on people's feet? Like, the people with no rhythm get mad? No fans. I mean, I'm kind of tired of where the fans at too. But where we gonna go?
I was planning on going on a Carnival Cruise for my birthday this year in December. And then I have a girls trip for May and then a family trip for June, all on Carnival. And they have decided that they don't want to be the spirit of the seas anymore, and I just don't know what to do with that information. I feel like we should just move to another cruise line. Royal Caribbean is a bit too bougie for the fun I'm looking to have, and MSC is way too boring. Do y'all have any recommendations for who we should switch to before it's too late? Should we go to Virgin? Do y'all like Virgin Cruises? Let me know in the comments, because I don't know what to do.
Why can't people just go on a trip and just behave, right? Why can't you just go on a trip and behave? Go on the boat, relax, chill out, hang out. You always gotta turn up everywhere you gotta go, all right? And that's fine. You want to turn up, but you know what? It seems that Carnival isn't the place where they want to allow people to just turn up anymore. Okay, so you're gonna have to find another placement, and good luck finding a cruise that does that, right? From what I've gathered, Carnival was that place. I don't know any other cruise line that allows for this certain type of behavior to operate on their ship, right? On their boat, and finding another place that's going to do that, I think it's going to be a little tough, right? Because like I said, Carnival is usually one of the cheapest cruises out there, and we know certain behavior is going to go for that type of, obviously that price tag. I mean, that price line, right? So my thing is just why can't you just go on a cruise and be like, just enjoy it, right? You're on a boat, listen to some music, and then just conduct yourself in the right way. Because I've seen some of these videos, man, and the videos that I've seen is ridiculous. Like that. First of all, it's crazy packed. Like I was like, yo, you can't even move in some of these places. Like myself, I'd be like, yeah, there's no way I would want to be there. All right, you can't move. There's mad people on there. All right, and obviously for a lot of those people, man, they go in there for a certain, for a reason, right? Like I said, she want to turn up, but I think it's getting to a point where Carnival said, you know what? All right, we want to switch it up. We don't want that. We don't want this anymore. All right, so you just got to find a way to just learn how to behave. That's it. And for some reason, a certain group just doesn't know how to do that. I don't know why. It's almost like they don't know how. They don't know how to, or maybe they don't want to. They feel like, they're paying for it, so they should be able to act any way they want to. But people are tired of it. People are getting sick of it because they see it online. They see it everywhere they go. When you have a certain ghetto behavior, it just ruins the experiences for everyone. And also black people themselves. A lot of black people are saying the same thing. Like they don't want to be around that ghetto behavior. It's annoying. Right? It's almost like, what the hell, man? Act like a civilized individual. But it seems like they can't do that. And all you're doing is, and then you wonder why nobody wants to be around that. Right? Because we're just tired of that behavior. And we're sick of it. So it's just like, you know what? I think for a lot of people that know how to act, they support Carnival. They're not offended by it, right? They're like, they're not talking about me. They're not talking about me. I understand what they're trying to do. It's not like that. I'm not offended because it's not that I don't think that Carnival doesn't like black people. It's not all of a sudden they for years they've allowed so many black people on their ship, and all of a sudden they don't. Look at, they care about the dollars, about the money. It's behavior. Right, because now they're thinking about other people's experience. Like they're thinking about the other guests on there that are saying, you know what, I don't think I want to come back here because I don't want this type of experience. I don't want to deal with this again. So they're probably losing business, and they said, you know what, let's switch it up. And of course you're gonna be mad, but you know what, I don't think they care. So those are my thoughts. Interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure to leave a comment down below with the like button, share it. If you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe. So you guys take care. Have a good one. Later.